Thanks for joining me. We're going to be talking about how to translate an English phrase into an algebraic expression. So this table is given just as a reference guide, so I'm not going to read these all to you, but you can see some phrases in the middle that relate to addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So feel free to look over that so you can know the words and phrases used to indicate each of those four operations. So translate the English phrase into an algebraic expression. So the first one, 13 more than x. So more than indicates addition. So z plus 13. More than, or when you say less than, usually you're adding it at the end. For addition, it doesn't matter. 13 plus z is the same as z plus 13. So for addition, it doesn't matter the order. Let's look at number 2. 18 less than 8x. So this means subtraction, and it's 8x minus 18. It does matter the order in this case. So for subtraction, you have to subtract in the order that you need to subtract in. 18 less than 8x. So this less than phrase indicates subtraction, and to flip the order. So it becomes 8x minus 18. So that's a key to remember. 5 times the sum of m and n. So 5 times the sum. So you're multiplying 5 times all of this. So this is going to be the sum, means to add, of m and n. So that would be 5 times the sum. That means you want to add first and then multiply by 5. So the parentheses are necessary. Number 4, the quotient of 15 and x. So quotient means to divide. So you divide 15 by x. So 15 divided by x. The difference of 19 and 8. So here you're going to subtract. Difference means subtract. So 19 minus 8. And then number 6, we have 8 times the difference of y and 9. So 8 times the difference, meaning you need to find the difference first and then multiply by 8. So 8 times the difference of y and 9. So it'll be 8 times y minus 9. So for these, they're longer. They're kind of set up like a word problem or an application problem, but the directions are still just going to ask you to set up an expression. So the length of a rectangle is 6 less than the width. Let W represent the width of the rectangle. Write an expression for the length of the rectangle. Okay, so the length is 6 less than the width. So let's look at that. The length, so that's L, means equals 6 less than the width. So remember, less than indicates subtraction, but it also indicates that you should switch the order. And it said width needs to be represented by W. So we'll have W minus 6. So an expression for the length is W minus 6. Number 8, June has dimes and quarters in her purse. The number of dimes is 3 less than 4 times the number of quarters. Let Q represent the number of quarters. Write an expression for the number of dimes. So let's say D is dimes and Q is quarters. So dimes, the number of dimes is 3 less than 4 times the number of quarters. Okay, so the number of dimes is 3 less than, so that's already telling us we have to switch the order, so it's going to be minus 3, 4 times the number of quarters. So 4 times the quarters, so 4Q. So write an expression for the number of dimes. Dimes equals 4Q minus 3. All right, the last one. Eric has rock and classical CDs in his car. The number of rock CDs is 3 more than the number of classical CDs. Let C represent the number of classical CDs. Write an expression for the number of rock CDs. So let's let rock be R and classical be C. So the number of rock is 3 more than the number of classical. So the rock, that's R, equals 3 more than, so that's a plus, so 3 plus the number of classical. So 3 plus C, or C plus 3, whichever order you want to put it in, would be the expression for their number of rock CDs.